What if the things that make you feel different are actually rare abilities most people don't have? If you've ever felt misunderstood, deeply intuitive, or emotionally intense, this might explain everything. But before we start, just something to note. This channel provides information for educational purposes only and does not constitute medical or therapeutic advice. So here are the 15 hidden powers of the INFJ personality. 1. You see patterns others miss. You naturally pick up on connections most people overlook, especially in human behavior. It's not something you consciously try to do. You just know things without always being able to explain how. This quiet pattern recognition can feel almost like a sixth sense, but it can also make you feel out of sync with everyone else. 2. You strive for perfection and delay because of it. You don't just want things done, you want them done right. That high internal standard can slow you down. Not because you're incapable, but because good enough rarely feels acceptable. Criticism tends to hit you harder than it should, but over time you learn to let go and trust your own growth. Sometimes trying to perfect something can make you miss opportunities, but it depends on what the situation is. So try and ask yourself what's important there, waiting to get it right or moving fast. 3. You're drawn to depth, beauty, and meaning. You don't care for excess, you care for quality. Whether it's art, clothing, or experiences, you prefer things that feel intentional and refined. Even though you're deeply introspective, beauty still grounds you. It inspires you, calms you, and gives your mind space to breathe. 4. People instantly feel safe around you. There's something about your presence that makes people open up. Strangers may tell you things they've never shared before, not because you ask, but because they feel understood. You listen in a way that makes people feel seen without being judged. If you're an INFJ and hoping to attract someone special, lean into your natural superpower, deep, empathetic listening. 5. You read people almost effortlessly. INFJ folks can sense emotions, intentions, and even hidden motives very quickly. It's not just what people say, you pick up on what they don't say. Ironically, while you understand others deeply, you will often feel like no one fully understands you. But don't feel bad if that is the case. The truth is that the deeper a person is, the more difficult it may be to read them. 6. You absorb the energy around you. Have you ever felt like if someone is anxious, you are feeling it too, even without them telling you? Or, if a friend is excited or happy, that gets rubbed onto you too. You may well be an INFJ. If other people's emotions don't just stay with them, they affect you too. It can be overwhelming at times, but it also gives you a rare ability to comfort and support others genuinely. On the other hand, be careful to not let anything sad sap your energy level to remain focused on your life and work. 7. You build deep, meaningful connections. You may seem reserved at first, but you're not shallow, you're selective. You don't want surface-level relationships, you want real connection, trust, and emotional depth. And when you find it, your bonds are incredibly strong. Explain this to a loved one if you're an INFJ. They'll start understanding and maybe even treasuring their bond with you. 8. You need solitude to recharge. You can handle social situations well, sometimes even better than expected. But underneath it all, you're still an introvert. Too much social interaction drains an INFJ, and they need time alone to reset and reconnect with themselves. Don't be guilty about this. Remember that life is a marathon, and you need to recharge yourself with whatever works for you. 9. Conflict affects you more than you admit. As an INFJ, you value harmony deeply. So when conflict appears, it doesn't just stay external, it affects you internally. It can disrupt your generally optimistic nature, your focus, your mood, and even your sleep. You may even get muscle cramps or pain due to this stress. But as you grow, you learn to stand your ground without losing empathy and dealing with conflict by setting boundaries with those around you. 10. You're future-focused almost by default. You don't just experience life as it happens, you're constantly projecting forward. Another reason for this is because you are quite affected by any bad experience of the past, and to avoid such flashbacks or thoughts, you like to plan about the future. Your mind naturally asks, where is this leading? Whether it's a relationship, a career path, or even a casual decision, you're scanning for long-term alignment. You can step away from a job or even a relationship if it is going nowhere, rather than staying stuck in something that lacks meaning or direction. No need to fight this, but just remember to focus on the present, alongside planning for the future. 11. You feel responsible for helping others grow. INFJs have a natural ability to see the good in others, even when it's not obvious. Because of this, they can sometimes fall into what's known as the broken wing pattern, believing they can fix or rescue people who are struggling. They often feel drawn toward individuals who need emotional support or healing simply because they're wired to help in a compassionate and understanding way. This can feel deeply fulfilling. But when boundaries aren't maintained, it can quickly turn into emotional exhaustion, stress, or even frustration, especially when the other person doesn't change. The key is to learn that not everyone wants to be saved, and that protecting your own energy is just as important as helping others. 12. You think deeply about the world and the purpose of life. INFJs spend a lot of time reflecting on life at a deeper level. They think about purpose, meaning, and why things are the way they are. They're naturally drawn to music, books, and topics like philosophy or spirituality. Because of this depth, they tend to avoid gossip or shallow conversations. However, this constant need to analyze and understand everything can make it difficult to enjoy simple moments. Even something as ordinary as watching a movie or having coffee can turn into overthinking. To avoid overthinking, it is important to live in the present, and not just the past, future, or 1,000 other multiverses. 13. Writing feels more natural than speaking. INFJs often spend a lot of their time alone, exploring personal interests and creative outlets. Their insight and imagination give them a strong grasp of language and expression. If you're an INFJ, you may be able to express yourself more clearly through writing than in real-time conversation. When speaking, there's pressure, timing, reactions, interruptions. But writing gives you space to organize your thoughts exactly the way you want. It allows your depth to come through without distortion. This is why many INFJs are drawn to journaling, storytelling, or even long-form messages, because it finally feels like being fully understood. 14. Work best alone or in small groups. INFJs generally get along well with people, but that doesn't mean they perform best in busy group settings. They tend to do their best work when they're alone, without distractions or outside interference. Alternatively, they may prefer working with a small group of people they trust, especially those who think in a similar way. Even though they are emotionally aware and sensitive, INFJs also have a strong analytical side. They're capable of logical, structured thinking, which is why many are drawn to fields like science, research, or technology. 15. You're guided by a strong sense of integrity. INFJs are deeply guided by their values. Because of their caring and protective nature, they often feel a strong urge to stand up for others. Even if their career doesn't directly involve helping people, they often find other ways, like donating, volunteering, or offering their time. Most importantly, as an INFJ, you don't crave recognition to do the right thing, because for you, doing the right thing is the whole point of it. If you've come this far, here is something more that you should know. The INFJ, introverted, intuitive, feeling, judging personality type, is widely considered the rarest in the MB personality framework, generally estimated to make up only 1–3% of the world's population. This personality type is rare due to its unique, often contradictory, blend of intense introversion, deep intuition, and structured, organized thinking. But what feels like a contradiction is often what makes you powerful. So how many of these INFJ superpowers resonated with you? Remember, you might not be too different, you might just be rare. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button And remember to click on the notification bell so you get notified when we post a new video.